Today we tame, breed and mutate some X-Rexes and put them to the test in some Genesis missions. So let's begin. Alright, what we have coming for us right now is a max level female X-Rex and oh, just stood still. Now it's running away. I'm not sure if it's actually, no, it's not torpo running. That would be way too early. So yeah, I'm not sure what it's actually doing. We have a trap ready up here and now I don't see it anymore. Let's quickly get onto our Bloodstalker, see where the Rex is going, since apparently it doesn't want to get tamed. Okay, it is already torpo running. Alright, I thought that would be way too early. But let's just finish this knockout process then. Should fall down any second now, I believe. Come on, just a couple more seconds. Maybe let's try. Yep, there we go. Okay, we got it down. I thought because X-Rexes, or just X creatures in general, take way more arrows than normal Rexes. But yeah, that Rex knocked out way earlier than I thought it would. And yeah, we didn't even need the trap, so that's great. Our crossbow has almost 200% damage, as you can see here, 197. And we have our X-Spino up here. That should already have some prime meat in its inventory. So let's get down to the Rex with this thing and just wait until the Rex is hungry enough so we can insta-tame him with some prime meat. Alright, an X-Strike is hugging our knocked out female X-Rex. And it should be hungry enough to eat all 5 pieces of prime meat. There we go, 100% taming effectiveness. And it should be up any second. One last piece. And there we go. Let's just name her 150 for the moment. And we, of course, already have a saddle. Sadly, only a primitive one, but that's okay. There were some Iguanodons back here. Almost 300 damage to a normal Iguanodon. It's pretty good, because once tamed, the X creatures have a 5% damage increase, but a 3% health decrease. So they deal a bit more damage when tamed and only have a slightly lower health. And on this max level one, we still came out with 43 points into health, which is pretty good. So we're at over 10,000 health, 45 into melee damage, also amazing, 43 into weight, 25 into stamina, very low, but that's okay because health and melee damage both have very high stat points, so that's great. So let's quickly test by how much our damage increases. So we deal 292 damage, and if we level up our Rex by 1 level into melee damage, 297. Okay, not a big increase. We're going to mutate them anyways, which will give us better results than just leveling, obviously. And if we put a pun into health, we're currently at 10,200. We're now at 10,000, almost 800. That's also a good increase. So let's see if we can't find another high-level X-Rex, preferably a male, so we can tame that one up as well and already start breeding and mutations. All right, we have found a level 145 male X-Rex. And you know what? Let me just quickly jump over him and gamma up a bit. There we go. That's better. Come on, walk into the bear trap. Yes, come on, he's almost in. Yeah, get your roll out, that's okay. We just box him in. He didn't trigger the bear trap, but that's okay. Come on. I guess he's boxed in, right? Yeah, I think so. We have him boxed in. Let's start shooting some trank arrows right in his head, because he obviously has a headshot multiplier, and it's gonna take around 80 trank arrows, but then he should be knocked out, and we can try and tame this one up as well. And there we go, the male Rex is knocked out as well. Now let's wait another, I believe it's 10 minutes, and then we can feed him the prime meat, since we killed the low level Rexes with our max level Rex. And yeah, let's wait a couple of minutes, and then we should have him as well. And our male Rex should be hungry enough for all 5 pieces of prime meat. And here on our female, we have 43 points into health and 45 into melee damage. Let's see what we have on the male here. So this was a 145, and we have 42 health, a bit lower, 27 melee, much worse, but 39 stamina. And here on the female, we have 25. So a lot better stamina, but all the other stats are not an improvement. So let me just swing around the volcano here and see if we can't find any more high-level X-Rexes that we can tame up and maybe even get some better stats. But yeah, I'm already happy with the stats we have, but you know, maybe we can get something even better. So I found another level 150 and 145 Rex. Obviously knocked them out, tamed them up. However, their stats were horrible. One of them had 48 points into oxygen and the other had 28 into health. So safe to say we didn't need them, and there was only one thing left to do. Sadly, I couldn't find another high-level X-Rex, so I just combined the stats of the first 2 we tamed up, and now we have those. So we have 43 health, 39 stamina, 43 weight, and 45 melee damage. So I'll start breeding those two together until we have all the mutations we want. So we're on our modded flap map where I test out some of the colors, and here we just have a fully white X-Rex with the orange strikes. The orange strikes, you can change the color of those, so they're like set basically. Don't really like this one. Then I've tried around a bit with some purple and blue mixed in here. Not really the biggest fan of that either. That's okay. Then over here we have a red mixed in with some orange here on the belly, for example. And I don't mind it. It's not my favorite, but it's kind of cool. Then over here I went with a cyan basically all around with a white belly, but I don't really like the combination of the orange and the cyan here. Then over here, however, I went with a more darker blue, and I really like this one. As you can see here on the horns, we have a bit of a lighter blue, and the spine is a bit of an even darker blue than the body. And then we have a white belly, and I do have to say I like this one the most. And we already have most of the colors from just stat mutations. So yeah, we can combine those colors together and get this Rex right here. I'll see you in just a bit once we have the finished version. And there we have it, our finished X-Rex mutations, obviously with a saddle painted as well. And I believe this is actually a ramshackle saddle that we got from a mission. So yeah, pretty cool. Let me quickly show you the stats and the colors. As you can see here on the stats, we have 22 mutations into health, 20 mutations into stamina, 20 mutations into weight, and again 22 into melee damage. The ancestry looks like that in case you're interested. And we already have 34 level ups just because I left them in a dino ball for quite a long time. And now let's check it out, how much damage we do to this Dillo. Mr. Dillo maybe mate boosted? No, not mate boosted. All right, perfect. 600, almost 660 damage per bite. That is pretty good. 657 to be exact. There is some more stuff over here. 756, was that maybe a headshot? 380 on the dodo, probably mate boosted. Yeah, we're getting some different numbers, but I believe the higher number was just a headshot damage. Alright, so almost 660 damage. Let's put 1 point into melee damage. And we have a Parasaur right in front of us that will now have to die in the name of science. And we deal almost 770 damage. And I believe the exact increase of damage is 12. So 12 damage point per level up. That is pretty good. And then on the health side, we're currently at 23,560 health. If we put one level into it, we're at 24,800. That goes up by almost 1,300. That is insane. And stamina wise, I'm completely fine. Weight as well. That's why I put 20 mutations into those as well, so I don't have to level them. But yeah, I guess we can safely go up to 30. Let's go to 35,000. We're almost at a very round number here. And then let's just throw the rest into melee damage here. We're over 1,100 melee damage now. And let's find something we can test our damage on. There we go. We have a poor Listro here beneath us. 1,000 and almost 80 damage per bite. That is pretty insane. And I guess the dodo here was mate boosted. That's why 722 damage. Here's another dodo. I believe he's alone. Yep. 1,078 damage. Pretty insane. But I mean, it's an X-Rex, and I already showed the damage increase, but less health. At the beginning of this video somewhere. So yeah, it is gonna be a bit stronger than just a normal Rex when it comes to the damage. I could have also went with Tech Rexes, but for the moment I really wanted the X-Rexes here for the cool orange lightning stripe they have. But yeah, maybe I'll do some Tech Rex mutations as well. But for the moment, I'd say let's try some alpha missions, because I have some more of these guys already imprinted, not leveled up yet. I'll have to do that now. And then we can try some missions with a small army of them. All right, we're in the bog biome, and I'm starting the cheaper by the pack Gamma, which is the raptor hunt mission, if you want to call it that. And I have 5 more of our mutated X-Rexes here in my inventory. Each of them have 40,000 health, and the rest just leveled into melee damage for the moment. Yeah, in case it gets a bit difficult, we will throw them out so we can have some support and also the mate boost, of course. All right, let me follow the tracks and then I'll bring you back. There we have it, the Brood X-Raptor. Let's see. Oh, we're dealing way more like increased damage. And all right, he's already running away. 4,000, almost 800. So that's much more than our normal damage, of course. But yeah, let's follow the tracks and then fight the Brood Raptor again. There we go. Here's the X-Raptor again. Let's see if we can hit him. There we go. And just a couple of bites. And then there we go. Next phase is over. And he's running away again. Now we just need to do the same thing once again. And then we should have completed the Gamma difficulty of this mission. All right, here we go. Now we have 3 normal X-Raptors and 1 brute X-Raptor. So let's see, they are mate boosted. Yeah, but it's no big deal at all. And just one more bite. There we go. We have the brute X-Raptor as well. And we got quite a lot of loot, actually. Nothing really amazing. Most is just Ramshackle and Apprentice tier. But yeah, it's okay. Let's go back to the mission dispatcher and start beta. Alright, time for the beta difficulty of cheaper by the pack. As you can see, I have my 5 army or mission Rexes right behind me. Let's get over there and fight the brute X-Raptor. I'm curious if it's gonna be much harder than the Gamma. Definitely harder, but I wonder by how much. So let's see. And I can also imagine that we're actually doing like much less damage. But yeah, let's go over there and check it out. Alright, here he is. Brute X-Raptor. Let's see, what damage are we dealing? What? Alright, only 900 and 1200 when we're mate boosted, I believe. But the 900 damage was when it was just us. So that's a very big decrease in damage. I wonder what alpha is gonna be. But yeah, we'll just try it out and see. Let me just follow the tracks and get to the next location. Alright, here we go. We have all 5 Rexes at the next location. Oh, they're on passive still. There we go. We're dealing 1000, almost 300 damage once we're mate boosted. And there we go. We have to put them onto passive again. Otherwise, they'll follow him into the nothing because, yeah, he will just disappear. Now, let's follow the tracks to the last location and hopefully defeat the beta difficulty as well. All right, here we go. 3 X-Raptors and 1 brute X-Raptor. Let's munch away. Okay, the normal X-Raptors are mate boosted, so we're dealing less damage to them as well. But there we go. And that is beta done too. Much easier than I thought. We'll take it, obviously. And this time we got some apprentice and also journeyman stuff. 1 mastercraft flak helmet. But yeah, besides that, it's just okay-ish loot, I guess. Nothing really that special. Now let's go back to the mission dispatcher and try alpha, of course. But I'm a bit worried. Let's see. So this is alpha difficulty. I'll go to the first location this time just with 1 Rex and then throw the rest out. But judging by how much the damage decrease that we're dealing to the Raptor, not sure if we can do alpha here, especially just with 6 Rexes in total. But hey, let's just try it out and we can still cancel the mission in case things go badly. Right, I believe those are the last 2 footsteps up front. Let me throw out our guys here. Yep, and there he is, the Raptor. All right. Oh my god. All right, he's dealing 2000 damage and we're dealing what? A measly 130. Let me quickly cancel that. We're not going to be able to do that. All right, we lost the Rex. We're not at that level yet. That's okay. Now we know. Let's go to some other biomes, try some other hunt missions, or maybe also some escort missions. So yeah, let's do that. So we're in the lunar biome here, jumping around with our Bloodstalker, and we have the mission dispatcher for this little light of mine. We have to escort a, what is it, a bulb dog? Lantern pup. All right, let us once again just start the gamma difficulty with our main Rex. And if we need to help, oh, it's a Shinehorn. Okay. And if we need to help, we can still pop out some of our other Rexes. And now, yeah, we have to defend this Shinehorn. And there we go. Here's some Seekers. Let's try and get rid of those quick. All right, we're dealing increased damage here as well. Or maybe that's because of the light. The same with Aberration. Okay, there we go. The Shinehorn got to the next checkpoint, I guess. And now, yeah, we are starting to get another wave. We'll just take care of those nameless here. It's kind of hard to see them almost, because they almost have the same color as the ground. So they kind of blend in a bit. But yeah, we can just munch away. There we go. That was the next checkpoint. There's some nameless here on our left. Oh, and some Reapers coming in as well. Seekers too. What are those? Oh, Adolescent Reaper Prince. Cool. Yeah, we have some Seekers, some nameless coming in. It's not really that difficult, especially because of the damage increase. And yeah, once again, I'm not sure if it's because of the mission or because of the light from the Shinehorn, or both maybe. That could be the case as well. Okay, we have some more nameless coming in, but they're really just one hit with our Rex, so nothing really special. Yeah, I'll just continue this, I guess, and bring you back once we're close to the end, or if something interesting happens. All right, I believe that's a full-size Reaper, not just an adolescent. Yep. But yeah, once he came into the light and obviously got the debuff for him, it was pretty easy, as you can see. And what do we have up there? Is that a Tech Rex? Yep, level 174. I guess we have to fight that as well, because it's just right in our path. And yep, since it's not part of the mission, I guess, we're not dealing increased damage. So we're just dealing those 970 right now. And we are almost there. Just a couple more checkpoints. All right, and it looks like this is the last hurdle. One big Reaper, 2 small ones. There we go, we got them all. Now just some more Seekers and Nameless. The Shinehorn is taking a bit damage, but not that much. There we go. Shinehorn is here, just walking onto the teleporter pad, and it's gone. All right, well, that was pretty easy. We got some... What are those saddles? Oh yeah, for the big turtle thingy. And some compound bows. All right, let's go back to the mission dispatcher and do the same for beta. Alright, we're back at the mission dispatcher and we've just started the beta difficulty. Now we're escorting a bulldog. Okay, cool. I quickly went back to base just to throw all the loot into our storage boxes. Just makes it easier. And now let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. The damage is much lower. So definitely a change there. Let's see, what about the Nameless? Yeah, here as well. Look at that. 490 only. And we were doing, what, like 4,000 before? Alright. Very interesting. So you know what, let me already throw out a female Rex. There we go. Then we have the mate boost. Yep, 1300 damage, much better than before. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna try out alpha because it's just gonna be the same like with the raptor mission. So I'll have to do some research. What's the best strategy there? Maybe a Dino Sucus for the Gigabyte. That could be an option. But yeah, we'll see. Let's just go ahead, try and defend the bulldog here and see what the rewards for the beta difficulty are. Alright, so we're taking damage by something. I don't know if there's spores maybe in the air, like there was with an aberration. But as you can see, the bulldog is also taking damage. So it doesn't want to, you know, continue walking. But I don't think there's anything we can do here. Like there's nothing on it. It's just this environmental damage, I guess. It's not like we're in the sun either. That would be, we would have an icon in the bottom right. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Okay, now it stopped. Alright, now it's moving forward. Let's just hope it stays that way because literally I don't think there's anything we can do. Let me know in the comments if you know something about it. But yeah, seems very annoying. It seems like an oversight from Wildcard. Alright, we have 2 Tech Rexes here in front of us. They're challenging us, but yeah, look at that. Easy work. There we go. And yeah, the bulldog is once again just stationary because it's taking damage from I don't know what. But alright. Alright, just a couple more meters until we're at the teleporter pad. I guess now there should spawn another big Reaper King and 2 small ones. Yep, there we go. But it should be manageable here. There we go, we're dealing some decent damage. Oh, the bulldog is getting low. Let's just stay close to him. There we go, he did also take just a huge amount of tick damage from that, I don't know, invisible whatever it was. And yeah, it wasted like 5 minutes of our timer maybe. But now we are here. And the bulldog just needs to run onto the teleport pad and then we should be done. And there we go, that was it. All right, what did we get? Oh, we get some tech chest pieces, but I'm pretty sure you can't use them on Genesis. So, you know, it is what it is. Some compound bow stuff and yeah, nothing really incredibly amazing, but we'll take what we can get. So we're back at base, and as you can see, I have those 4 tech chest pieces we got. And something interesting I didn't actually know before is, as you can see when I hover over them, it says that they are not grindable, and that is correct. However, if we throw them into the warbench here that we have, that is part of the Lost Colony DLC, you combine them, and now we have a tech chest piece that we can actually grind. So I've kept the best tech chest piece. The other one we've just combined, we can throw in here and just grind up. There we go, which is obviously amazing. I'm not sure if that's intended. Maybe it will get fixed if it's not. But yeah, for right now, let me quickly gather all the stuff that we can combine from 3 items into a single one and then grind it all up to get some resources. And here we go. We have combined every loot piece that we had 3 times. And yeah, those are now all the combined ones that we can actually grind up. I believe I saw this trick from Bay, the ARK YouTuber, you probably know him as well. And yeah, let's turn on our grinder and grind all items. There we go. Lots of resources with the loot that is not really grindable, but is grindable if you combine it together in the warbench. And yeah, I guess that's a cool little trick. I hope they don't patch it out because it still takes some work, you know, to combine the stuff, and you don't get infinite resources either. So yeah, so I guess that's a good point to wrap it up. Let me know in the comments what you think of our X-Rex mutations and what you would be interested in seeing me mutate next. But as always, thanks a lot for being here. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you in the next one as well. Have a nice day.